Right, right, lads. How's it going? Today we're going to be talking about One Piece chapter 1056. I know, bad quality. I know, bad camera angle, whatever. I'm on holidays, so this is going to be quick, probably a few minutes. I just want to talk about all the cool shit that went down, mainly. So we got the conclusion of the Green Bull fight. We saw them all recovering and that shit, which was grand. Cool, whatever. We also got hard confirmation Tama's not going on the crew. So for all you Tama fans, that's it now. And yeah, it was sick though. The chapter was good because we got confirmation about the cross skills. So we got Mihawk and Crocodile teaming up with Boogie, which is wild. Okay, that's crazy because now they're putting bounties out on Marines, which means it's gonna be so good now. That's probably how, like, for example, the Straw Hats are gonna get a shit ton of money. They're gonna like take in a marine or something, and it's gonna go for them or something, or maybe some other people. They'll get a lot of power by taking out marines. Like the warlords might get back on top. We might see that might be how they're gonna deal with it, right? So they're gonna get the most powerful warlords are gonna get back on top by taking down top marines. So Mihawk might get some money, and Crocodile or might things like that, or even fucking Hancock, for example. She might she might get money for her island by taking down different marines. Weevil maybe, so they might not have captured fucking anyone. If we're gonna be honest with you, all the warlords might have escaped. The marines are in the dirt right now with what happened with Green Bull last chapter, so I wouldn't be surprised. Um, it does throw a bit of doubt into the works though, because they could go after Hawkeye now, because we know Zoro got a power up, and we don't know how confident he is now. But the fact that they were confident against Green Bull even after Shanks and they didn't react to it in like a surprised way. The Straw Hats are eating now. They're a Yonko crew, so it's a big question to what they might do next, whether it's Elbath or if they're going after the Cross Guild. Obviously, so speaking on the man marked with flame, I'm assuming that's Sabo, right? I didn't get it on the first read, but I noticed it then. It's most likely Sabo because I didn't notice. Law reacts when the kid says that because he's like, he makes a face. So that can mean one of two things. If Law is sword, like everyone's going on about, like, oh yeah, Law is sword, whatever, then that would mean basically, okay, he's just annoyed because he's going after the Marines. He might fuck over some plans he might have, putting things into motion too early, or Law might be in cahoots. You never know. But I mostly think it's because of his connection to Luffy. He was at Dressrosa. He knows all about the whole brother shit, and he's like, all right, if we go after Sabo, Luffy's kicking our ass. Because he knows. I think that might be interesting though, because I think Kid is definitely going to be an antagonist. Me hyping up Kid as a villain for Elbath. He might just be a villain for like the big invasion or something, like a minor B list villain for the war, because if you think about it. Once he goes after Sabo, Luffy's not gonna treat him with friendship anymore. He's gonna kick his fucking ass. He's not losing another brother to any fucking 2-bit pirate. And I think Kid is either gonna have to, really show us his stuff against Luffy, or he's gonna get his ass kicked by Sabo. And either way, it might show us how strong Sabo is. Because don't forget, Kid is still half of the crew that went up against Big Mom, so it could be an idea where Kid goes after Sabo and Sabo just fucking bodies him and something like that, and Sabo gets showing us where Sabo's ceiling is at the minute. You know what I mean? Because we know everyone's after him now, by the looks of it, or a Kid and all them are after him. And Robin, oddly enough, so Robin obviously knows nothing about the about Sabo because she had a question mark, which was odd. I would have thought Law would have told her about the newspapers, but maybe not. That could make you think maybe he's trying to do it on the sly. Maybe northeast is where Sabo's going. Maybe he's going to Sabo. Maybe he's trying to do it on the sly, make sure Luffy doesn't find out or something. I don't know. But we'll see. Or maybe he's trying to get far away from Luffy as possible until when shit goes down. I don't know what Law is trying to do now, but it's very interesting. The cross guild stuff though is strange, in a way, because we're getting the Marines bounties. I think that's great because the Marines actually have stakes. We can bounty predictions for the Marines, and we'll actually see where the admirals land, because we'll see how basically where their ceiling is with that. So it'd be cool that way as well. Yeah, this chapter was crazy. I had to talk about it for a little bit, and we got Luffy pulling the Emperor card as well. He's like, "Well, I'm an Emperor, you know," and blah, blah, blah. All this like I should get the best route or whatever, which is where we find out about Buggy. But they still didn't give us a bounty for Buggy, which I thought was crazy because like, come on, you know what I mean? I want to know, big Yonko Boogie D Clown's bounty, you know. We're also getting little cover stories for Uta and stuff like that, which is confusing me even more. She goes, "Oh, how come we can't just me in my dreams?" So her devil fruit obviously has something to do with dreams. I know most people probably know the spoilers from Film Red. I haven't seen any. I'm on the lookout for them, so I might try and find them as they come out. Because the movie's just out premiering in Japan today, isn't it? Like properly, August 6th. Yeah, so so we're gonna get spoilers coming out because we're not getting over here until like fall, and I don't even know. Here I think is I think they got a date here. I think it's October here, where I'm on holidays, but I don't know where it is in Ireland where I'm from, so I don't know what they're gonna do there. But I think it's really interesting to see, and obviously Uta, like where they're doing the Uta Diaries things, that's obviously where she is right now, writing her songs, and that's canon stuff. So it's really interesting. We're getting some canon Uta stuff, and maybe the anime specials will put stuff on that as well. We might get that. And all you Katakuri fans got your eaten with the Katakuri stuff. Katakuri's fighting Jerma. Oh, if he gets wiped by Jerma, it'd be so funny. All the Katakuri fans would be like, "What future sight? What future sight?" And it would be fucking hilarious. I'd be loving that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. I do. I think, to be honest with you, at this point, I feel like Crossguard were put in to throw a spanner in the works. Like something's gonna happen. Like I don't know, with this extra force, because we know Boogie's slightly annoyed at Straw Hat in a way for different things, and he might go after. Or maybe Mihawk will use this as an opportunity. Maybe when he hears that he took down Kaido and all that, we might see Mihawk maybe take some initiative and go after Zoro to see how he's gotten on. Be like, if you can't beat me now, or if you can't put up a fight now, you're useless to me. And we might see the Crossguard intercept the Straw Hats, maybe it's something where they go after Sabo. Do you know what I mean? Sabo could be the big target, and that's whoever goes after Sabo next. If it's someone formidable, is how Luffy basically decides where he's going, because he's not gonna let Sabo get his ass kicked. So once he finds out Sabo is like a new Flame Emperor, and he heard what Kid was talking about, and if him and Kid are going similar routes, he's gonna fucking take out. Like Kid might be the next villain, maybe not a major villain, but he's definitely gonna be one of the next fights coming up, because he might want to make sure Sabo's okay, or maybe, I think we're gonna see something where it's Luffy against the world, maybe, because they're all trying to take out Sabo, so it's Luffy and Sabo against the world, which I think would be very interesting. I don't know if this is any story relevance. And actually, while we're here, Caribou mentions, because he finds out that Pluton is in Wano, and he's talking about, oh, someone I know would love to know about this. So that could be easily Blackbeard, or it could be someone like, or it could be Sabo himself. I don't know. Maybe he knows about Sabo, and he's like, oh, I gotta give this information back. Because I'm trying to think of people who would love to know that information. Because Shanks knows that information. I'm actually assuming Blackbeard already knows that information, because he goes, well, if they're not going to go get it, then I will. And I assumed that meant Pluton. But maybe he falsely thought it was in Alabasta, and he falsely went to Alabasta. And he's going to change course now once the Straw Hats leave. So Wano's defenseless, and it's actually Blackbeard who opens up the borders. As if it, and it goes, oh, well, look, he was Joy Boy all along. It's like a false Joy Boy prophecy, because they'd opened up when he was there, but it didn't open up when Luffy was there, or something like that. Because he forces the borders open to get to Pluton, which would be very, very interesting. Also, Luffy shows that he doesn't give a shit about Pluton, which is great in a way, because it means we might have someone else get Pluton and have it turn into an interesting plot. But in another way, it's like, ooh, makes you really think Luffy might not get the One Piece, and it might be someone else, and he has to fight for it, which I think would be cool as well. But this chapter just has a lot of extra stuff, and we got a cool spread of Luffy, Kid, and Law sitting next to each other pulling straws, which was fucking hilarious, to be honest with you. And I'm kind of glad the rivalry is still there, but we're obviously going to see Law team up with Luffy again. I think he's going to stick around a bit, but I have to tell you, right? Like, I know a few people who are annoyed with the cross guild stuff and the gag and stuff, but it's just so cool to see Crocodile and Mihawk back in the story, particularly Crocodile. And for Buggy to be the head of it, right? I love that shit. I just find it hilarious. I know people. One of my mates is like, oh, but like, come on, it's a bit ridiculous to pull a gag where Kaido used to be. You have someone like fucking Buggy, and he's getting real pissed, even though he doesn't give a shit about power scale, and he's really becoming a proper power scaler with this, and it's a bit wild, but however, I find it very funny. I love it. It's just great, and I hope it leaves some stuff. I'm actually hoping for this. Sabo and Luffy against the world sort of vibe. Luffy trying to protect Sabo from all this, everyone going after his head after he's trying to revolutionize the world or something. I don't know. I think it'd be really, really interesting, and we might see some characters got some hockey blooms with their, the warlords as they were fighting the Marines trying to save their own lives. We might get characters busted. I hope to God the next like mini arc or the next arc, the Straw Hats roll in and wreck house. I don't want to see the Yonko crew come in and get like completely wasted to the next arc. Even if it's just 5 chapters, like they stop on an island and there's a minor villain. I want them to wipe out, like destroy it. Because they're now a Yonko crew. You have to give them some time to like glow in that aura, even if it's just a chapter or two. Maybe it's like we get a small gag at the start of a chapter where they took a break in an island. Luffy came in, he completely knocked out everyone in the island. Even this bad dude's like, I'm gonna take your head, Straw Hat Luffy, and he just fucking knocks them all out. And then they get their supplies and leave. I think that'd be so cool. But this chapter has gotten a lot to talk about. I do think though, the person who Carbon might have been talking about could have been Blackbeard, but I would have thought Blackbeard would have already known about Pluton personally. But if not, then if it wasn't Blackbeard, it would be funny if it was Sabo or someone like that. But I don't know who else it could be, really, to be honest with you. Or maybe he's talking about Buggy, Crocodile, and Mihawk. Maybe that's like priceless information you can get paid for. You never know. There's many different options to go with, and I know I'm sweating like an absolute bollocks. I turned off the air conditioning to do this, so I'm gonna call it quits here today. But hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did like something like this, make sure to like and subscribe for more content from me. I swear it's better quality every other week. I'm just away on holiday, so you know how it is. But with that being said, make sure to like and subscribe for more content from me, and yeah, see you all next time. Goodbye.